My beautiful treasures, welcome back to another exciting episode of your favorite dwarf channel. Today, we have a very special treat in store for you. Joining us today is none other than my charming, clever goblin darling, Mealworm.
Me be excited to be back. Me so happy to spend time with you, Kimberly. Me really enjoying this.
Always good to have you. Now, let's dive into today's topic. Our beloved Dwarves in Magic, The Gathering. This collectible card game features an array of creatures, spells, and strategies, including some incredible dwarven cards. From powerful warriors to skilled artisans, Dwarves in Magic, The Gathering showcase a variety of talents and strengths that align perfectly with the traditional image of dwarves in fantasy. Their tenacity, craftsmanship, and knack for valuable resources make them a formidable faction within the game. So grab your cards, shuffle up, and let's explore the magical world of Dwarves in Magic, The Gathering, shall we? In Magic, The Gathering, dwarves can be played in a variety of ways, depending on your preferred gameplay style. Typically, they can be built around as a mono-red or mono-white deck. A mono-red dwarf deck focuses heavily on red-colored magic, providing fast-acting, aggressive cards. However, there's one downside. This type of deck lacks one-drop dwarf creatures, but has a Lord effect creature with Magda. A mono-white dwarf deck is more defensive, has good one-drop dwarf creatures, and has flying and removal options. If you combine both red and white mana into a hybrid deck, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. This versatile approach allows you to create a powerful, well-rounded deck that balances offense and defense.
Me find it that the most important aspect in deck building be mana curve, and knowing how to balance your mana between creature spells and non-creature spells. The best way to do that, in me opinion, be to use dual lands and pain lands that produce more than one kind of mana. By using cards like Battlefield Forge, Inspiring Vantage, Needly Verge Pathway, Unclaimed Territory, and Secluded Courtyard, you increase your chances of casting your spells. If you be running Dwarven dual color deck, it be very important to remember that not all your cards gonna be colored mana. By including artifact cards, you can take advantage of the dual lands while still having options to play early. Take a look at cards like Reckoner Bankbuster and Heart of Curran. If you manage to drop them that early, you can crew them on turn 3 with Dapala or Veteran Motorist for some nice buffs on your board. It'd be a great way to gain advantage early. Breakneck Berserker be a very useful card in Dwarven deck for many reasons. While he be a great choice for crewing vehicles when Dapala or Veteran Motorist no be in your hand, he can also be useful for late game aggression. With his 3 power and haste, he be able to fill in as a quick and effective way to deal damage when you need it most.
Oh, Mealworm, you're absolutely right. Your knowledge of the game never ceases to amaze me. It's so refreshing to have such a skilled companion along for this journey. Let's look into more cards. Staunch Shieldmate serves as a great one-drop option, offering 3 toughness for just 1 mana. Its sturdy nature makes it an exceptional blocker, especially against smaller creatures. And speaking of small creatures, Toolcraft Exemplar is a fantastic inclusion for our dwarf deck. By controlling 3 or more artifacts, this little guy gains both 2/1 and first strike during combat. Pairing Toolcraft Exemplar with Portable Hole creates a delightful synergy. As an artifact itself, Portable Hole enables you to exile a non-land permanent your opponent controls with a converted mana cost mana value of 2 or less. Once Portable Hole hits the battlefield, the combination with Toolcraft Exemplar becomes even more potent, will gain additional attack boosts, while still maintaining its regular abilities. Together, these cards form a cohesive strategy that can keep your opponents guessing, and once Magda shows up to buff your troops and generate treasure, watch out. That's when things really start to heat up on the battlefield. Another artifact worth considering is the Springleaf Drum. By tapping an untapped creature under your control, you'll add 1 mana of any color to your pool. While it might seem insignificant, having a small chance to tap a creature can come in handy in tight situations. It's particularly useful when dealing with multiples, where drawing multiples can sometimes be more of a curse than a blessing. Including 1 copy of Springleaf Drum in your deck gives you a bit of flexibility without compromising too much of your strategy. Now, let's talk about the heart of this hybrid red and white dwarven deck, Dipala, Pilot Exemplar. This card packs quite a punch. Not only does Dipala herself provide an impressive 1/1 boost to other dwarves under your control, but she also grants a similar bonus to each vehicle you control provided they are creatures. In addition, whenever Dipala becomes tapped, you have the opportunity to pay and reveal the top X cards of your library. From those revealed, you can put all dwarven vehicle cards directly into your hand, giving you an incredible mid-game ramp effect. The remaining cards go to the bottom of your library in a randomized order, allowing you to maintain some level of unpredictability in your games. With Dipala leading the charge, your dwarven forces become a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. While Dipala, Pilot Exemplar forms the core strategy of this hybrid red and white dwarven deck, it's essential to remember that your deck doesn't necessarily need to revolve solely around her. There are plenty of powerful finishers outside of dwarves and vehicles that could help seal the deal in close matches. But if you want to keep the thematic focus on dwarves and vehicles, consider adding Fearless Skald to your arsenal. Fearless Skald is a versatile creature with a solid 3/2 stat line. Its unique ability allows you to place a 1/1 counter on a target creature upon entering the battlefield. If that creature is another creature, it gains a double strike temporary until the end of the turn. The combination of double strike and the potential to buff, either itself or key supporting characters like Dipala or Breakneck Berserker, makes Fearless Skald a valuable asset to your dwarven army. Early game vehicles equipped with its backup buff and double strike can indeed catch opponents off guard, ensuring that no 2 battles will ever feel the same. So my dear treasures, embrace the strength of these dwarven warriors and craft a deck that celebrates the glory of our mountain-dwelling brethren.
Me had the best time on this video. Me hopes me and you can do more stuff together. We good do. Me love to be your partner. Heh, me feel so blessed. Me thank the viewers for watching too. Me love each and every viewers. Me hopes we can do more content together in the future. Thanks for watching and supporting us. Viewers have a great day.
Across the miles we stand, hands that never touch, eyes that never meet, but our hearts they still beat. Days turn into years, laughter turns to memories, words to a scream, but your love I still see. Days turn into years, laughter turns to memories, words to a scream, but your love I still